Now that's a big cock. Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is a vlog of what's been going on this week. This here is all the document that I need to apply for my visa. There's a lot to digest, there's a lot to sort out. It's very annoying and it can be costly at some time. I'm on a marriage visa at the moment. I'm trying to apply for a permanent residency, but I can't see that going ahead due to some paperwork and my lifestyle that I have. I'll explain the visa thing in another video, but at the moment we're just getting a lot of mixed information, and I think this information is now the final one, so I just need to renew a 1-year visa so that I can stay here for another year or so. With the gardening, I'm more like just a hobby gardener. Don't take it any seriously. The most easiest way to cook sweet corn is just in the microwave. And just a few minutes and it's done. After the sweet corn is microwaved up, I just microwave it in its natural wrapping. And these sweet corns aren't the normal typical sweet corn. These are supposed to be mini sweet corn, and they're supposed to be quite chewy too. So just a different breed of sweet corn. If you're thinking why are these so small, it's just a different breed of sweet corn.
ไปให้กับผู้ที่ล่วงลับวันนี้ซึ่งประกอบด้วยคุณโยมเจ้าภาพนั่นก็คือคุณแม่หอมบุญประกอบใส่คนใดผู้ใดไม่หอมไล่ๆบางเสา
An old lady next door just passed away this week. Died of old age. Lucky that she managed to do that. A lot of people don't have that privilege of dying of old age. She was in her 90s and they're currently having a funeral. The funeral, not the funeral, but the service and everything else takes about a week or so. Normally the body is held in a coffin for 3 days and then it gets taken away to get cremated, and then some Buddhists or some monks come in and they do their prayers. And so instead of just a 1 day or half day or a couple of hours service, it's more like a week thing. They play a lot of music, they have a lot of people that come and pay their respects. For some reason they've been cranking the music up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and the speaker is really close to our house and it just wakes up the whole neighborhood, the whole street is woken up by that. I don't know why they do that, but yeah. So they've just been gathering together. I saw they had 2 pigs, not wild pigs, but just farm pigs. And I was going to film it, but I knew that there was going to be like negative comments everywhere. So you know how in New Zealand, when you have a livestock such as like a cow or something like that, you're legally not allowed to kill it yourself and butcher it yourself. Legally, there's a rule that you have to hire a licensed home kill person to come in and do it and do that part. But these guys, they just get a hammer, whack it over the top of the head, knife in the throat, get all the blood out, and yeah. So I didn't film that part, but that was interesting. Just something that I knew that would happen in this part of the country, just DIY. It's been raining for a few days now, and this morning was the most heaviest rain. I was waking up expecting that I'm going to be knee height underwater at the other land, the guest house, but look at this, there's no flooding. So obviously there's still some areas where it's a little bit low and store water, so I know where to put the next truckload now. But I built a trench, another small trench along there, which releases all the water that gets stored here and releases out into the sewage system over there. So normally when it rains hard, this whole area is covered in water, but yeah, you can actually drive in and out now. It's still going to be a bit muddy. We probably need another truckload just to go up so that it stays nice and hard, or we just put stones down in the future. But yeah, that's to answer everybody's question about will this flood. The local did say it's going to flood, but obviously it's not, especially with the hours and hours of rain and heavy rain that we got this morning. Woke up and it was pretty much just like this. Every week I put aside some dollars to spend on this guest house. This week I'm doing the floor, so I decided to do it myself to save costs. Not the most perfect job, but hopefully it's not too noticeable when it's all finished. The floor is a little bit uneven in some places because yeah, that's the way it is. Instead of me bogging it all up and flattening and sanding it, I couldn't be bothered doing that. It's just a floor, so there'll be some like little lumps and bits and pieces, especially around the bathroom area. That's quite a big lump, but we're going to put a mat down there so that you can dry your feet. But it's looking okay. There's the bedroom here. Still got heaps to go. It's going to take about a couple months. I was hoping to get it done at the end of this month, but it's just a money thing. Don't want to blow all my budget on doing this. It's supposed to be just a thing that we do a little bit each time. The kitchen is looking actually pretty good. I did a good job of putting the floor down here. No rough surface. And then that one there is a little bit shocking. I'm going to replace that again. It's just a little bit rough, but yeah, I'll just replace that part. But this part is all done. We've got to get a fridge, we need to get a couch, a TV, curtains. The bottom part is all topsoil, that needs to be concrete, needs to be put in doors, windows, driveway needs one more truckload. The list just goes on and on. When I'm out of money to spend on the guest house, I do simple things that don't cost too much. I'm gonna make a net here for badminton, volleyball, hacky sack. Just something simple, something that doesn't cost much, and the kids can come out and play. In the last few months we've kept a couple of pet fish just to entertain the kids because they were bored, but now they've got other things to do, so I'm just going to release these ones out back into the wild. And I was getting a bit lazy on cleaning up their tank. Here goes one, the other's somewhere.